Judge Andrew Napolitano, Fox News senior judicial analyst. Judge, good to have you back.
Thank you.
What do you think about what Catherine just reported there?
Well, it's very, very disconcerting, but I think Catherine, as usual, has her thumb on this, and it's probably the tip of the iceberg. So there's two kinds of unmasking. In the ordinary course of intelligence work, the White House will receive a transcript of a conversation or some communication between an American and a foreign agent. And it might be necessary for the White House fully to appreciate the contents if they know who the American is. So that American is unmasked. That is a lawful unmasking for
if there's a compelling national security reason to do so.
Correct. But if the unmasking was done for political reasons or to embarrass the American or to embarrass a person affiliated with the American, like the President-elect of the United States, that's a felony. So if these two committees, the House Intelligence Committee and the Senate Intelligence Committee, discover that other than Susan Rice, people in the Obama administration unmasked potential persons in the Trump administration in order to embarrass, humiliate, frustrate then President-elect.
But this is going to be a fine line to figure out, because here, we all go back to the New York Times story, which basically said that there was a big effort in the Obama White House toward the end of their administration,
yes,
right before President Trump became president, to get all the little tea leaves they could and leave all the breadcrumbs they could on the Russia investigation out there, because they were very concerned about connections between the administration and the Russia and Russians. So they wanted to do that. They wanted to unmask those names. They got Michael Flynn's name out there, which we know, right?
And somehow a portion of General Flynn's conversation with Ambassador Kislyak
ends up in the newspaper.
Correct. And that portion humiliated him, started the FBI investigation. The FBI interrogated him about it.
All right, but
apparently misled them in his answers.
So when they talk to these committees and they say, look, we were concerned about their interactions with Russia, and so we needed to know whose names were on those, okay? Just assuming that for a moment. Then they can't explain how it got to the newspaper. Then
Correct.
They're covered, right? They'll say it was a national security issue. We had every reason to do it. We have no idea. And if they can't nail that down, who leaked it, then they have nobody.
Correct. However, there's somebody else out there by the name of Robert Mueller, who's the independent counsel, whose job it is to investigate everything rationally related to the allegations about Russia. So as an effort to humiliate the incoming Trump administration, a last-minute change in the rules that lets everybody in the intelligence community share everything, was this done in order to frustrate the new president, in order to paint a false picture of him? And is there any criminal activity there, like unmasking for political purposes, which is akin to hacking into somebody's...
Do you think Mueller's investigation is spending a lot of time on this part of the equation?
No, but I think it will after we find out what this testimony is about, which is why I'm angry that these testimonies are in secret, because the American public is entitled to know what Susan Rice and the Obama people did, and the American public is entitled to know what the Congress knows and what the Congress will do about it.
Great point.
When government operates in secrecy like this, democracy dies. We're at their mercy rather than them being subject to our will.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.